Good day, everyone. This is Alvin again from the Philippines, and welcome to the continuation of our review for the contestants of Miss Universe 2021. So today, we are now going to review the 13 candidates that belong to the Asia Pacific region. And there's still no announcement whether they'll do regional selection or it will be an open selection just like last year. But either way, I'll be reviewing them by region. I have already done reviewing the candidates from Africa and 3 groups for the European region. So if you haven't checked them out, it's already available on my YouTube channel, so you can just go ahead and check them out. Right now, we'll be discussing the candidates from Asia Pacific, and after this, I will work on the candidates from the Americas. So let's begin, starting with Australia. Daria Varlamova. Daria is very passionate about raising awareness on mental health. She was born in Russia, then later on moved to Australia. We have another stunning representative from Australia. I mean, she's gorgeous, beautiful figure, and her catwalk video was also great. I think she has a strong chance of putting Australia in the semifinals. I mean, many people doubted her before, but I think she do have a fight to get one of the spots. Next we have Cambodia. Nhin Maradi. She works as a model and an actress in her country. It feels like Miss Universe Cambodia is now choosing winners that can speak English well, because Nhin speaks the language very, very fluently. And during the national pageant, especially on the swimsuit, I love her face, but I cannot say much about her walk because of the camera angles. Her evening gown performance was okay. Overall, I think she needs to really raise the bar a little bit higher if she wanted to pull their first ever placement in Miss Universe. Next we have China. Xi Yin-yang. I have only seen very, very few posts from China because her social media doesn't have much. Her walk was okay, but on the beauty-wise, I feel like she has the potentials to stand out. I won't be surprised if she will make waves once the competition starts, but as of right now, based on the very, very few things that I have seen, I feel like I'll put her on the average rank as of this time. It could still change once they arrive. Next we have India. Harnaz Sandhu. I am not sure if I have said this before, but of all candidates competing for the Miss Universe 2021 pageant, I feel like Harnaz gave the strongest national pageant performance of all. I mean, her walk was one of the best, and my favorite will always be the iconic turn during the swimsuit. She speaks very strongly, and the way she looked and was styled during the national pageant was already on a Miss Universe caliber of styling, which is why I'm very excited for India once again. After a top 5 placement from Adeline last year, I can say that India is sealed for a back-to-back top 5 placement for now, and she is even on the running to win Miss Universe 2021 if in comparison to all of the candidates competing this year. So I have high hopes for India this year. Next we have the host country, Israel. Noah Kakwa. I think we can all agree that Israel always sends facially stunning candidates, and Noah this year is obviously one of the most beautiful ones that we'll have. But I still have to wait and see. We still have to wait and watch her performance, because track record wise, they don't really deliver that strongly when it comes to preliminaries. So we'll just have to see. Maybe now that they're hosting the pageant, they could be the game changer, because they might. I mean, I'm not saying that they will give her a placement just because they're hosting, but it happened before. It could happen, and it might happen. So I won't be surprised if Israel gets a placement this year, and their last placement was so long ago. It was 2005. Next we have Japan. Juri Watanabe. She speaks English fluently, and I think that could really help her express herself very well during the interviews. Her walk during the national pageant was good. I love her energy and personality, and with some polishing, she could be one of the good ones. She may not be on the top of my list when it comes to my leaderboards, but I see her as a potential spoiler. Next we have Korea. Jisoo Kim. For Korea, stunning face. I mean, love her recent photo shoot, which I'm using right now on the left side of the screen. But based on her catwalk training video that I've seen, I feel like she needs to work on her walk a little bit because there's some stiffness in her walk. Hopefully she'll work on that and come stronger during the competition. Next we have, this is a little bit challenging when it comes to pronunciation. Lao. Tong Kam Fon Chan Weng. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Lao is incredibly consistent. Lao is incredibly consistent in sending stunning girls in the pageant. They may not get some placement in the past, but the candidates they're sending are amazing. For Tong Kam, her national pageant performance was actually good. I loved her during the swimsuit performance and evening gown, and I'm hoping that she'll do well in interviews too. If my research was right, if I remember things correctly, she previously competed in Miss World, I believe, and that explains why she looked a bit more polished right now. Next we have Nepal. Sujita Basnet. I believe Nepal chose another strong contender in Sujita. I mean, she is an extremely strong speaker, a pageant veteran as well, who's also great on the runway. I sense a possible placement for Nepal this year, and if they could elevate Sujita's overall aura even more, make her look, give her that winning look. Because if she comes to the competition with that winning look, with that spark and wow factor, I believe they're definitely going to make it easy peasy in the top 20 or even higher. Next we have the Philippines. Beatriz Luigi Gomez. Beatriz, I believe, have higher chances and better chances of going far in the competition if I compare it to Rabia last year. She isn't only beautiful, but she is a sure competitor in the runway, and that's already going to be her advantage because based on the national pageant, she's already good to go to the international competition. I mean, she's so good when it comes to the runway. Her swimsuit performance was amazing. She can carry her gown like a real queen on stage. There's still some polishings to be done, but she's already good enough to compete into an international competition just based on the national pageant. And now, with some more trainings and preparation, I believe she's coming to the competition much, much stronger. I think she's going to go as far as top 10 or even top 5. The only factor now that could affect her placement is that if other candidates are going to overtake her when it comes to performance and in terms of placement as well. But overall packaging wise, I believe she's ready. She's ready to go. Next we have Singapore. Nandita Bana. In comparison to her look during her crowning moment, I think it is the best decision for the entire team or for her to cut her hair shorter because there's more highlights on her beauty. I think she's a great candidate. I am not sure if she is strong enough though to get a placement. Next we have Thailand. Anjali Scott Chemist. I love Anjali, but if I am being honest, it isn't as much love as I have with the previous representatives from Thailand. I loved her. I love the message that she's trying to send out in the world. She speaks very well, although we know that she needs to work on her walk and polish them. But on a personal level, again, this is just on me, I feel like something is missing. And I don't know why. She will place 100%, but for top 5, I don't see that yet. I don't want to be the negative one on this conversation, but I wanted them to use this as something constructive because I really wanted her to do really well because what I've said earlier, I do love the message that she's trying to send out. Hopefully I'm wrong, and hopefully I'll get to see her competitive version once they all arrive in Israel. So good luck to Thailand still. Next we have Vietnam. Nguyen Huyen Kim Duyen. Aside from He Hen in 2018, I think she's one of the strongest representative from Vietnam. Super gorgeous. Her transformation and preparation is impeccable. Right now Vietnam is currently sealed in my top 10, and I have the same feeling just like I've got in 2018 with He Hen. I feel like this representative of Vietnam is quite strong to even penetrate the top 5, but we'll just hope for the best. But right now I think she is in a very very good position. So based on all these candidates, these 13 ladies from the Asia Pacific region, I'll be naming my top 5 favorites. It's supposed to be 3 or 4 only, but I have to make it 5 because this is my favorite batch so far. Really, really strong group. I mean, Africa also is a strong group. So anyway, I will not pick my favorites because there's a lot of strong groups there are groups that are really, really strong. But for this group, my top 5 are... Hi! I am so sorry. Let me just go ahead and interrupt you a little bit. Please don't forget to follow me on my Instagram account, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also if you wanted to support my channel, you can do so through this. Okay? Please don't forget. And let's go ahead and go back to the video. Bye! Again, let me highlight, this is in random order. My top 5 goes to India. I also have Nepal, Philippines, Thailand, and Vietnam. So these are the top 5 ladies, my favorite top 5 ladies from the Asia Pacific region. I think these 5 are strong enough to fight for a spot in the semifinals. There might be some surprises in the competition, but as of this time, here are my contenders for a spot in the first cut. Who are your favorites? Is your favorite on the list? Don't forget to leave your comments below. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and share the video as well. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe because you'll be seeing more of these videos in the future. For now, thank you very much and have a wonderful day from the Philippines.